Section 6. The reason God did not intervene in the fall. To maintain the absoluteness and perfection of the principle of creation. Why did the omniscient and omnipotent God not intervene to prevent the fall? In accordance with the principle of creation, God created human beings in His image, with the character and powers of the Creator, intending that they govern over all things as He governs over humankind. However, for human beings to inherit the creative nature of God, they must grow to perfection by fulfilling their portion of responsibility. Hence, while people are still in this realm, God does not directly govern them. If God were to intervene with human actions during their growing period, it would be tantamount to ignoring the human portion of responsibility. In that case, God would be disregarding His own principle of creation. If the principle were ignored, then its absoluteness and perfection would be undermined. In order to preserve the absoluteness and perfection of the principle of creation, God did not intervene in the acts that led to the human beings to fall. That God alone be the Creator. If God were to affect the course of unprincipled beings or acts, then they would necessarily be given the value of God's creations and be recognized as principled. Consequently, if God were to have intervened in the fall of the first human ancestors, He would have been attributing to those acts the value of His creations and recognizing them as principled. Then Satan would stand as the creator of all the fruits of the fall. Therefore, in order that God remain the sole creator, He did not intervene in the human fall. To make human beings the lords of creation. If God were to rule directly and control the lives of human beings who are still in the state of immaturity, this would make them unable to fulfill their own portion of responsibility. And as a result, they would fail to inherit the creative nature of God and thereby fail to gain the qualifications to rule all things. Consequently, it was in order to bless human beings as the lords of creation that God had to restrain Himself from intervening in the acts of immature human beings.